This is the 2023 Chevrolet Silverado, and for all of you who are asking me regularly to not show the top trim levels but to show lower trim levels, that is what we're doing today. This is the LT trim level, so not the lowest but most certainly not the highest trim level. I'm going to show you what you can expect to find if you want to buy one of these trucks. The exterior color on this truck is Summit White. It has a jet black interior, as you can see. It has the LED reflective headlights. It's going to have the LED daytime running lights. The very nice look with the turn signal indicator right here. This is why you want to use your turn signal indicators, because they look so good. And then you're going to have so many different features on this truck for safety. As far as lane keeping assist, you're going to have pedestrian detection. It's all going to be here, and it's all going to come standard on this particular trim level. So you're getting quite a bit with this truck. And if you're wondering about the price is on the screen right now. This is a truck I borrowed from my friends at Red River Chevrolet here in Shreveport, Louisiana. So since you've seen the price, I know that nobody's going to ask me, "Hey Tom, what's the price?" The tire size comes in at 275/60, surrounding a 20-inch wheel. And if you like chrome, well, you're going to like this truck because you have the chrome on the front grille here, upper and lower area right here as far as where the grille is concerned. Also the chrome bumper. You're also going to find the chrome mirror caps and even lettering around the vehicle. As far as what we have here with Silverado, there are our mirror caps, and right here, here's something else that's chrome and very helpful. That's passive entry. So what happens is you push that button, it locks the interior. Or you come up to the vehicle, you can push that button and unlock the interior. Now it's only on the front door, not on the rear. Not a bad thing, but it is there. And if you want to take a look at the remote, yeah, there's a little more chrome on the remote as well, but you can see right there. Here is the remote. You're going to have lock, unlock. You can open the rear tailgate right here, and it does have remote start. Let's just show you how to use that real quick in case you wonder. You got to make sure the truck is locked. Hold it down once, twice, hold it on the second push, and the truck starts right up. And when it comes to what's under the hood, well, you have the 5.3 liter V8 here. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, I'd rather have the 6.2, and obviously you can do that, but still not hurting for horsepower and torque here. 355 horsepower, 383 foot-pounds of torque, made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. This truck is two-wheel drive, and let's go up here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but here is your MPG information. 17 city, 21 highway, 19 combined. And 5.3 gallons of gas is what Chevrolet says you should use per every 100 miles you drive. To put that into a better perspective, this is a 24-gallon gas tank. When it comes to working after dark, you've got quite a bit of lighting that you can turn on. And the way that I did that, in case you're curious, here on the LT trim level, it's just this button right here. So that's off, that's on, just so I can show you what all is here. But so you know where that is, you're going to have the in-bed LED lighting for cargo. Notice how it's facing forward, pointing towards the front of the, and in front of the bed and into the bed. Let me avoid being tongue twisted there. And then you have one more light back here. Not going to be able to see it as well right now, but you can see it shining. It actually provides quite a bit of light down into this area of the truck, just making things at night or early in the day when it's dark a lot easier. When it comes to the rear of the truck, one of my favorite features is found right here, the corner steps on the bumper. So there's going to be one on each side, obviously on the left and on the right, so that's going to be beneficial. You're going to have that LT logo right there, so there's your trim level and the power tailgate. Now it only comes down using power. You'll have to put it back up manually. Not a big deal, because it's so light. Look at how easy that is. So that's very easy to do. Don't have a bed liner here, but obviously that can be added. Now let's talk towing and payload. 8,900 up to 9,200 pounds for towing, and 1,990 up to 2,080 pounds as far as the payload goes. 12 different tie downs within the interior of the bed, so quite a bit of space there, or a number of tie downs, I should say, to help out with that. And here's a big benefit, a power outlet located right here in the bed itself. So one thing that is useful here that I really like is the fact that within the truck itself, right here on the door, you're going to find this sticker. It's going to help you to know what you can tow with this truck. Because a lot of people don't realize just because a truck can tow up to 9,200 pounds doesn't mean that's what you can tow in all conditions. So depending on how many people you have on the truck, how much payload you have, different things like that, all of those factors, or variables I should say, factor in. And rear seat passengers will be greeted by very large door bins, very deep, a lot of space right here, space for a very large bottle. You're gonna also have the under seat storage right here, but you can also raise those seats up, the seat cushions up, to put whatever you want to back here that will fit. That way it stays out of the weather. If it's raining and you don't want it in the bed, well, this is a good place to go. Now, what you won't find here is going to be the in-seat storage here with the compartment you can open up and put whatever you want to in there. Not a big deal necessarily, but that's there. And then you do have the defogger on the rear window, so if that's fogged up in the morning or at night, whenever, you can turn that on and it will get rid of that problem for you. That's not a power rear window, power sliding rear window, but obviously on upper trim levels you can get that. 2 cup holders right here, because that's something else you don't have on the LT trim level. You don't have the cup holders built into the fold down armrest, but that's okay, not necessarily a big deal. And then the air conditioning vents and the USB connectivity, the storage pockets here on the rear of the seats, and then something else. If you're not a big fan of sunroofs, well, good news. You don't have one here. You do have the reading lights right there for the rear seat passengers if they want to read or do whatever they need to look at using light when driving down the road. All right, we're going to take a look here at the passenger side. Another nice large door bin. There's actually 2 options for cup holders or bottle holders right there. More storage as far as snacks go. Now, you won't find a power seat here on the passenger side, so still good comfortable seating. It is cloth seating in the jet black interior. And then we have the upper and lower glove boxes, so a good bit of space in there for storage. Also down here with the lower, more conventional style glove box as well, a little bit of storage found right here. You do have your rubber floor mats, so if you do a lot of work out where things get dirty, your shoes, your boots, whatever get dirty, well, that's going to be helpful in that respect. And we'll hop inside here real quick, take a look around, and you're going to find that it looks like there's no charging pad here. So you're saying, oh, the LT doesn't have wireless charging. Well, as of 2022, that was actually moved right here. So it is here. You will find it. That's a good thing. The cup holders as well, and the nice large center console with the center console lid doubles as an armrest. There we go. You can see that. And then you've got the removable tray in here. If you want to take that out, you can. There is space for miles in there, tons of space. And then you can see you also have additional connectivity options right there. The 12-volt power, the household power outlet, not a 12-volt, but that is there as well. And taking a look here at the driver's side door panel, I probably don't have to tell you much about what is here as far as the different functionality goes for controlling those power side view mirrors, windows, door locks, all that good stuff. You also have your mode selector right here, and here are all the controls for the lighting on the exterior of the vehicle. This is an adjustable steering wheel, tilt and telescopically. You're just going to drop the lever right here, and that will let you adjust that. Now, I'm going to try and give you a good view here of the graphics that come up on the infotainment screen there on the dashboard. Let's see if we can get it to you for both sides, both screens. That looks really nice. I think Chevrolet has done a great job here. We're going to hit the push button start, and then I will get this out of the way. And if you notice those red dots up there, that's going to be your following distance indicator or your emergency braking. So if you need that, that's what that is. If you ever see that on there and you're wondering what exactly is that, well, if you get close enough to somebody, it's going to blink at you and let you know, and even beep and let you know what's going on. So no problem there, just so you know what's there. Here is the 13.2-inch digital dash display. It looks very nice. It does a really good job of keeping up with so much that's going on with the vehicle. We'll run through a few different things here. There is just a lot here. I'm not going to go through everything, but depending on what you want to know, well, it's all here, and it's very easy to learn and or use. If you've never had a truck like this before and you're thinking to yourself, man, I really am not so sure, that I want that kind of technology. It just seems to be too much. It's easy to learn, easy to use. Here's where you're going to control the functionality of the windshield wiper and all that stuff on the front, your windshield wipers, not wiper, but you get it, I'm sure. And then obviously that also doubles as the turn signal lever, so you can let people know when you're turning to the right or changing lanes to the right, or the same thing to the left right there. Steering wheel mounted controls here, easy to use. Here's everything for your cruise control. And then you do have these shifter paddles right here on the steering wheel. And then also, let's see if I can give you a look on the rear of the steering wheel right here, controls for controlling the volume and the station that you're listening to on the radio. So really a nice situation. Your hands don't even have to leave the steering wheel. That is beneficial. A little bit of storage above the center screen. That's a good thing. And here is one of the greatest changes that came for 2022, obviously making its way here into 2023. There are no changes really for 2023. So we're going to get the same things. The 13.4-inch screen. This is a real winner in my opinion. For all the people that were saying that these trucks were antiquated, the interiors were antiquated, well, I don't think they're saying that anymore. At least I hope not. And all of your different settings and functions here, you've got your trailer lights. You can check everything there. There's a lot of great features here. I can't do the test right now because I don't have a trailer hooked up, but just in case you were curious about that, well, there's what that is. And then when you go into settings, you're going to have teen driver mode, all those good things, your connections, your apps, permissions, date, time, display, sounds. You can see what all is here, but let's go into vehicle real fast here, show you a couple of things here. There you go. Teen driver mode. You've got the rear seat reminder, and then watch this. I'm going to try and go into gear, but it won't let me do it. Well, it did that time actually, but it won't typically let you do that until you are in gear, or have your seatbelt on, I should say. Let's see if I can keep from getting tongue twisted there. If you want to turn that feature off, that's the reason I brought this up. Buckle to drive. Well, you can turn that off if you want to. So just in case you're curious about that, in fact, let's see, let me go back here. I got off the screen there. There we go. You can turn that feature off if you'd like to. You can also turn off the rear seat reminder if you want to. And here are some of your safety features. Collision detection systems. You can deal with that as far as that goes, depending on what you want to do. And here's something else you might not know about. This has Google Assistant built in. So again, keeping your hands on the steering wheel. You don't even have to worry about looking over here to do anything. If you're driving around and you need navigation, well, you can use voice commands for that. You can even ask Google to tell you a joke. You can do things like this. Hey Google, how far away am I from Red River Chevrolet?
It's 243 miles to get to your current location from Red River Chevrolet by car.
Well, I think she's a little confused on that, but at least you know that works to a degree. That might not have been the best example, but that works. So anyway, you can go home a couple of different ways. You can push the button here. Here's the control, the knob for your radio, and then several different features here. You can turn your auto stop start feature off right there if you want to. You can open the tailgate, hazard lights, traction control. You can see what all is there. You do have dual zone climate control here, as you can see. And then we're going to have heated seats and the heated back. So you don't have heated and ventilated. It's the heated seat cushion and the heated back is what you have to work with right there. And then your dual zone climate control. And tell me what you think. Do you like the shifter right here? Do you like this style of shifter, or would you rather have a column shifter? Tell me what you think about that down in the comments section. Okay, we're out on the road for our test drive, and you might wonder about engine options for these trucks. You might say to yourself, well, I just don't know that 5.3 liter is going to be enough for me. Well, 377 horsepower definitely does a good job of getting this truck down the road, or I should say 355, excuse me. 355, I'm thinking of a different engine combination with that 77, but you do have other engine options available. You've got the 2.7 liter, you've got the 3 liter diesel engine option. You also have obviously the 6.2 liter V8 that puts out 420 horsepower. So a few options there depending on what you want for your Silverado. And overall, this truck is comfortable. It's roomy. The interior is nice and roomy, plenty of space for the driver and the passengers. And while you don't have as many storage compartments here within this truck that are available on higher trim levels, you still have quite a bit. So a real win-win all the way around. And I know a lot of people who have never had this kind of technology in their vehicles before may be a little intimidated by it and say, well, you know, the most I've ever had was blinkers and that's about it, you know, a digital speedometer maybe or something like that. And you're saying to yourself, man, that's a lot going on there. Don't worry. With some vehicles, yes, it's harder to learn, harder to use. Not here with these Chevrolets. GM has some of the easiest to learn technology in the industry, even with these newer updated infotainment screens and systems that came out for 2022 in these trucks. It's easy to use. You don't have anything to worry about, and you'll be glad you have it once you do. Plus, you can pair your phone. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That means that the screen will mirror your phone and basically makes it just easier to use all of that. It's all done again via voice commands. Super simple, super nice, and just an overall great truck. It's going to get the job done for you. The average person doesn't use their truck for a lot of towing and hauling. So you have those capabilities here if you need them, in case you do, but the trucks will do everything you need for this particular segment, and it does get you down the road. Let's just do this real quick. Maybe you can hear the gas pedal as I drop, or hear the noise of the engine as I drop the gas pedal. The exhaust note changing a little bit there. This truck gets down the road no problem. But again, if you're saying, well, 355 horsepower just isn't enough, well, you need to buy a truck that has the 6.2 liter V8, 420 horsepower. It will definitely do the job for you. So tell me down in the comments section what you think. Is this truck worth the price? It definitely brings a lot to the table, and while it's not the highest trim level, it definitely still has a lot of the latest and greatest technology from Chevrolet on the exterior and within the interior. Gotta say a special thanks to my friends at Red River Chevrolet for loaning me this Silverado for the day, and all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about other vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I'll see you there.